Hi, welcome to my channel, Cinder Alley Loves Disney. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already done so, take a minute to hit that subscribe button and stick around for all my future Disney content. Well, I am so happy to be back in front of the camera. It has been a hot minute here. For a while, it was probably over a month, over a month since I've actually really recorded anything or been able to kind of sit down and do anything. For those of you who don't know, I had an operation recently, and I'll link that video for that, because that video was the first one I had recorded since having it. So I am feeling a lot better. I still have a little bit of limitation, but thank you so much again, everybody who has been reaching out to see how I've been. Well, today's video is a tag video. I was actually tagged by my really great friends, Emma and John, over at the channel Emma and John, You're Welcome. And they were tagged by Bob and Kelly. Now, I watched the video twice, and I don't remember them saying who created the tag. So I'm not 100% sure who actually created this tag, but I was tagged by Emma and John, and I know they were tagged by Bob and Kelly. So I'll link both of those videos, and then hopefully at some point we can figure out who it was that actually created the tag.
I traced this tag back several videos, and sorry to say that no one seems to know who started it.
But the tag is just called 5 Things at Disney That I Want to Buy But Never Did. So wow. I know of a couple things right off the top of my head, but I don't even know if I can actually think of 5 like specific things. Now, one thing that I know 100% for sure that I always look at, that I'm there but I never do because I can never bring myself to do it, and it's getting not a Loungefly bag. It's the Dooney and Burke bags, which are, I think they're even more expensive actually. Yeah, these are the bags that are like $300 to $500 for like a purse size bag. That's like a 3-4 day park hopper ticket at Disney. So yeah, for me, I have a lot of trouble spending enormous amounts of money for things when I can kind of think of other ways to use the money. So that has been one thing that I would love to have, but have never brought myself to actually buy. I know the Loungeflies are a little bit less expensive. Now, honestly, I don't remember ever seeing Loungefly at the park, or if I did, I didn't pay too much attention at that time. It was always the Dooney and Burks that stood out to me. So now that I know about Loungefly, I would love to have one of those too. I don't own one of those yet either, but maybe the next time I get ready to go to the park I can do that. So that's the first thing. The second thing, like, again, really, I'm kind of like just trying to think of things that I would love to have got. I can't think of anything specific now. I will say there was an item years ago that I had seen at the park, and I had wished that I picked it up, because after that I could only find it on eBay and it was enormously priced. But it did work out that I ended up finding something very, very similar. So that kind of worked out in a way as well. But it was an actual, I think it was a Precious Moments figurine, and it was from the Peter Pan ride, and it was kind of like the boat with the Precious Moment characters on the boat. So I had really wanted that one, but actually I'm kind of glad I didn't get it, because my taste had changed, and I ended up purchasing at the park several years later the Jim Shore Peter Pan boat, which I absolutely love that one, and I've shown it in quite a few videos. I'll link my Jim Shore video that has that in there as well if you want to see it. But yeah, so that's number 2. And honest to God, I'm really trying to stretch my mind to think of like what else I wanted or could have gotten. I mean, obviously there's like, you know, certain pins, or you have to like, you see certain pins and you're obviously having to do a budget while you're at the park. So I'm sure there's things that like I saw and maybe thought, oh, that's cute, that's neat, or what have you, and would have wanted to get it, but didn't, and maybe got something else instead. I'm sure of it. So I know there was probably pins, but nothing specific that's coming to my mind. So I'll just keep the third one as a category of pins. So let's see, number 4. Okay, these next 2 are probably going to be more of things that I have learned of or seen or noticed since being at the park, because guys, I'm coming up on 4 years of not being not having been at a Disney park. The last time I went was like 3.5 years ago, coming up on 4 years. It's sad, okay? And so since being there, I started my YouTube channel. I've been exposed to and seeing so much new merchandise now and experiences and things that I never did or knew about when I was at the Disney park. So these next 2 things are going to be things that I want to do, that I've seen since and want to do. So one of those things is going to be doing the Walk and Walt Footsteps tour. Now, I had heard of that, I think, but never really knew exactly what that was, you know, back in the day. And now after seeing vlogs on it and seeing the whole experience and hearing what you get and seeing what you get to do, oh my goodness, I would absolutely love that. That literally is going to be on my to-do list the next time I can get to Disneyland. Now this is at Disneyland, the Walk and Walt's Footsteps. I think there is some other kind of tour that they do at Walt Disney World, but this one is like where you get to go up into Walt's apartment that's above the firehouse on Main Street. Oh my gosh, that would be like a 100% dream come true to be able to do that. So that's definitely on my wish list for the next time I go. And let's see, the last thing, it's probably just going to be to buy more merchandise. I've never had a Spirit jersey, and I know so many people are into them. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I think they're extremely overpriced for what you get. And they are cute. But I'm not really too much of a sweater or sweatshirt type of person. If I do wear a jacket, I like having a zip up. I'm not really a pull-on, pullover type of wearers, and I know that's pretty much what they are. So I think I would just love to be able to get more merchandise, like maybe some kind of some t-shirts that are there. I thought I was gonna do this in one take. So scratch that, I guess. The last thing, it's something there's a shop in Disneyland, and I'm gonna be showing it soon on my collection video, but they have like a lot of these crystal jewel type of figures that they make out of there, and in there was this beautiful size crystal castle, and it wasn't humongous, but it was probably like this big of the Cinderella castle. And it was like, I don't know, $500 to $1,000 or maybe even more dollars, something completely outrageous. I would never get it. But this is like if money were no object and I had won the lottery or something like that, and I had a place to display this. That would be really pretty. And so that's really the 5 things. If I want to change that up, instead of saying merchandise, I do want to go to Walt Disney World one time, and I would love to be able to dine at Cinderella's royal table. So I think that would be a really great experience too. So let's scratch that whole middle thing. I may edit that out. Okay, so now let me see. I'm gonna tag some people, and my goodness, you know, I've been so behind and not being able to watch videos lately. I don't know who has been tagged on this. I didn't actually do my research like I usually do and look through and see who might already be tagged. But I don't think my 2 partner channels have done it. So I'll at least firstly tag my 2 partner channels, which is Heather at the Disney Housewife and Christy at Christy's Corner. And I'll also throw my good friend Nina at Wrestling with Disney in there. So, and anyone else who wants to do it. So thank you again to Emma and John for tagging me. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stick around. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, make it a Disney day.